Good morning, I'm Amit Pakril, and let's begin with the top stories of this hour. Lawmakers from both the ruling and the opposition camp play the government for inaction against perpetrators of heinous crimes. Prime Minister Oli assures guilty will be booked at any cost. Criticisms mount against Prime Minister Oli within party ranks, citing that the government and the party have failed to meet public expectations. The US prepares to impose new tariffs on $200 billion worth of Chinese goods as it escalates its trade war with Beijing. And European Champions League kicks off today evening. 6 group stage matches slated on the first day of the tournament. Let's begin with the national political updates. Lawmakers from both the ruling and the opposition parties have played the government for its inability to take stern action and control the growing number of rape and murder incidents taking place across the country. The lawmakers have criticized the Prime Minister of ignoring the public demand and refrained from taking action to book the guilty. They have accused the Prime Minister of rather indulging in verbal spats that could lead to instability in the society. In his latest controversial statement, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli directed his party leaders to retaliate against anyone who criticizes them. The lawmakers of the ruling party have said that the government's failure to book the perpetrators of girl child Nirmala Pant's rape and murder was a shame to everyone. The lawmakers also drew the attention of the government towards rising impunity if the state failed to book the guilty party in the heinous crimes committed. They added that the inaction has only encouraged criminals who are making the society more unsafe to live in. The lawmakers of the opposition even accused the government of being insensitive. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has made it clear that the perpetrators of Kantipur's Nirmala Pant's rape and murder won't receive any kind of immunity. Premier Oli offered consolation to the victims' parents as he met them along with Kantipur's representatives earlier yesterday. Premier Oli also gave commitment for actions against the perpetrators.
त्यस्तो अपराध छ भने त्यस्तो अपराधलाई हल्का रूपमा लिने होस् अथवा अपराधी बचाउन खोज्ने होस् त्यस्तो प्रवृत्ति पनि छ त्यो पनि देखियो र मैले सुरुदेखि भने कि कुनै पनि हालतमा कुनै अपराधले पनि छुट पाउँदैन त्यसमाथि पनि अपराधले छुट पाउँदैन.
Nirmala's mother, Durga Devi Panta, urged the Prime Minister to restore justice, citing irregularities in the investigations carried out by the authorities earlier.
एसपी साहबले एकदम गल्ती नै गरिदिनु भयो त्यतिबेला हेरचाह गरे अनि गरेका थिएनन् भने किन यति दिन 50औं दिनसम्म किन लगाएनन् खोजिदिएनन् हामीले त गुहार माग्दै नै खोज्यो भनेर धेरै भन्दा धेरै उहाँले गल्ती गर्नु भएको छ हामीले भन्ने कलाई.
It has been 54 days since the 13-year-old Nirmala Pant's rape and subsequent murder incident. Activists and supporters have been staging protests against authorities, alleging that they attempted to destroy evidences during investigation in order to protect the real perpetrators. The committee formed by the Home Ministry is currently investigating the case. The police administration in recent time is under flack due to faulty investigations carried out in some cases. The ill intention of police officers has been established in these cases. Despite the interference of the Home Ministry in one way or the other, it is only the police administration that has been facing heavy criticism. The suspected SP Dilli Raj Bista spent most of his service time in the far western region, riding on political connection. Lately, he was leading the police administration in his hometown of Kantipur. All these consequences led to the rape and murder of 13-year-old Nirmala Panta. The other SP, Vidyananda Machi, who was later suspended on charges of destroying evidences, had earlier managed to bag awards on the basis of his political link. Likewise, another police officer, Om Rana, who was taken departmental action for his involvement in the smuggling of sandalwood, was given charge of Kaski police under direct order from Home Minister Ram Bahadur Thapa. In the same case, the then Army colonel was court-martialed and suspended. The Inspector General of Police has been authorized to take decisions on transfer of high-ranking police officers, as he possesses a sound knowledge of the police force under him. However, the whole police administration is forced to bear the brunt of mistakes committed by police officers transferred by the Home Minister, Secretary and their personal aides. And time now for a short break. For more news, do stay with us. Welcome back. After the break, co-chairman of Nepal Communist Party, KP Sharma Oli, has held the position of Prime Minister for 7 months now. But criticisms have started to surface within the party ranks, citing that the government and the party have failed to meet public expectations. Nepal Communist Party Standing Committee member and lawmaker Yogesh Bhattarai had stated that there is no environment to support the works done by the Prime Minister, who has criticized his own party members for not supporting the government. Speaking to Kantipur television yesterday, Bhattarai said that he is not satisfied with the work execution of Prime Minister Oli. Likewise, Bhattarai also blamed his party's top leadership for the chaos created in the committees from the ward level to the upper level during the 4 months of exercise for party unification. Bhattarai is not the only party leader who is openly criticizing the government and the party leadership. Prior to this, Ghanshyam Bhusal, Amrit Bohra, among others, other party leaders have also expressed their dissatisfaction. Indian Army Chief Bipin Rawat has said that geographical compulsions will stand in the way of Nepal and Bhutan from distancing itself from India or grow proximity with China, even if it wants. Rawat's statements came in response to Nepal's last-hour withdrawal from the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation BIMSTEC Nations Joint Military Exercise held in Pune, India. Rawat also suggested that it would be best for Nepal to maintain its inclinations with India because of its geographical setup. Nepal had opted out from the joint military exercise named MILEX 18 at the last hour after Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli's directive. Nepal Oil Corporation has raised prices of petrol, diesel and kerosene with effect from midnight yesterday. While a litre of petrol will cost 2 rupees more, diesel and kerosene will each cost 3 rupees more per litre. Officials at Nepal Oil Corporation said that the price had to be adjusted due to rise in the price of petroleum products in India. Due to the lack of drainage system in the road section between the Mechi Eye Hospital and 3 kilometers south of Birta Mode, even a small amount of rainfall causes the streets to flood, making it difficult for pedestrians and vehicles to pass by. The conditions are no different when it doesn't rain, as it gets dusty. And in this context, we had asked the pedestrians, travelers and shop owners what problems have they been facing due to the sorry state of the roads. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
Break dansa. अब टायर खेर अब बाटोको सकेट जान्छ यस्तो यस्तो समस्याहरू बहुत परिराखेको छ अब के गर्ने र अब
त्यो अवस्थामा हिँड्नुपर्छ बाटोको अवस्था सारै दयनीय छ भनेर साध्यै छैन यहाँभन्दा यस्तो चाहिँ विश्वमै छैन
बाटोमा धेरै समस्या छ अब जुनसुकै समय नि हामीले कुर्ता सुरुवाल छोडेर हाफी नआउने बेला भइसकेको छ
बाटोमा हिँड्दा खाल्टाखुल्टी जाने टेम्पोले मजाले कुदेर हिलो छ्याप्दिने काम गर्छ अब तर्केर हिँड्नै गाह्रो हुन्छ
पैदल यात्रा हिँड्ने पनि साइड बाटो छैन सायद यो सरकारले बेलैमा व्यवस्थित गरेर नाली काट्दिएको भए यसले हामी अलिकति सुरक्षित हुन्छौं
And it's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And the question is, what's your take on Hungary sub-metropolis spending 10 million rupees on trainings and seminars? And options are A, misuse of tax, and B, attempt for a skill development. The voting is on. Type in it up there, select your option A or B and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And before we wrap up, a reminder of the top stories. Lawmakers from both the ruling and the opposition camp flay the government for inaction against perpetrators of heinous crimes. Prime Minister Oli assures guilty will be booked at any cost. Criticism mounts against Prime Minister Oli within party ranks, citing that the government and the party have failed to meet public expectation. The US prepares to impose new tariffs on $200 billion worth of Chinese goods as it escalates its trade war with Beijing. And And European Champions League kicks off today evening. 6 group stage matches slated on the first day of the tournament. And that's all for this hour. Keep watching Kantipur TV SD for more news and entertainment. Have a good day.